Welcome inside the Lions Den. My name is Darren Stevenson, and thank you for watching our third episode here on 519 Sports Online. We have a very busy show ahead, recapping everything that happened with the Lions in Week 6, and we will hear from all three head coaches, Jackson Yonkis, ERIK, KREBS, and Stephen Paul, looking ahead to big games here at Jacob Hespeler this coming weekend against the Ottawa Sooners. But first, let's get things rolling with the Senior Varsity Lions. They were on the road on Sunday in Burlington facing the Stampeders. Now, Cambridge fell behind 15-0 after 3 quarters, but boy, did things really turn around in the fourth quarter. Cue the comeback. Here are the highlights from Sunday's game against Burlington, and we pick it up in the fourth quarter. The Stampeders deep in their own end early in the fourth, and this pass is picked off by Braden Lefkis near midfield. He finds some running room. It's a 27-yard return, giving the Lions terrific field position. They are on the 17-yard line, and on the very next play, Michael Warner going right, and he finds Ryan Malvaso for a touchdown. Terrific catch by Malvaso, scooping it up, and we've got ourselves a game. The Lions now trailing 15-7. Next possession for Cambridge. Warner fires over the middle, and it's Royman Hernandez with an interception. And with 6 minutes to go, Burlington still leading, but this game was far from over. The Lions defense coming through. They would force a 2-and-out. Pad Fimisum and Braden Berry combining for this tackle, and the Lions offense back onto the field looking to close the gap. Michael Warner looking for an open man. Drake Davis, touchdown Lions. That's a 5-yard major. It's 15-13. So Cambridge going for a 2-point convert, trying to tie the game. Warner going to the air, and it's broken up by Dwayne Clark in the end zone. Huge play there, and it stays 15-13 Burlington. Late in regulation now, the Lions with a 3rd and 16, and they convert. Drake Davis, a massive catch, and he takes the ball into Stampeders territory. The Lions driving, looking for the lead, and with just over a minute to go, Warner to the end zone. Daniel George leaps, and he's got it. Touchdown Lions. What a catch by Daniel George. The Lions roar back with 19 points in the fourth quarter, and they pick up the victory, handing the Stampeders their first loss of the season. What a terrific ball game on Sunday afternoon in Burlington. 19-15 Cambridge is the final. Daniel George scoring the game-winning TD with 1:03 left on the clock.
First off, Drake makes a big play, get us in scoring position, and then he has to come out because he's tired, done a great job, and I go in, just do my hardest. And it's a great throw, and then just lucky I caught it, and lucky the defender didn't get to it first.
I don't have a detailed history of his career, but I'm willing to bet that's the biggest catch of his life. You know, it's no surprise, like, he's played a lot for us. You know, Drake's made a ton of plays. Drake had a great week in practice. We were way more 2-back than we were spread because we thought it gave us some advantages in a couple places. So when we're in 5R, you know, he's on Dan's on the field all the time. Grade 11 guy's been a huge help to us, but he got his opportunity, and that's what we preach. You know, be ready to go. Don't count your reps, make your reps count, and you count on kids like that to step up and make plays. And he's an awesome kid. And he made a huge play for us.
It's just determination, and like we just refuse to lose. We needed a win. This was a 4-0 team. We could beat them. The plays were there all through the game.
It's definitely a big deal because we were down obviously 8 points in the half. I think we were down about 15 points, and we had to come all the way back. Shows a lot about the team, how we never give up. We're still fighting until the very last minute, and it was a very good team win for us. Offense played well in the fourth, and then defense was holding us in there the whole game.
Daniel George capitalizing on his opportunity coming into the game, and it was all set up by that 3rd and 16 catch by Drake Davis. What a remarkable drive that turned into, getting the Lions the victory. And really the receiving corps had another outstanding game. Hadi Elmiari, Drake Davis, Daniel George, all contributing in the win. And it was also another outstanding game for Ryan Malvaso. He's been a difference maker for the Lions offense all season long. He leads the team in receiving receiving yards and started that comeback on Sunday with the terrific catch for a touchdown. MALVASO just keeps making big play after big play, and he is one of the weapons in a solid receiving core for the Lions this season.
I just sort of let the game come to me. It's not always like receiver's a position that not everything is always going to go your way all the time. You almost have the least control of what goes on in the field. So if you let the game come to you, just do what you can to help your team and step up when they need you.
Quiet confidence. Like I said earlier this week, he makes crazy catches every week, and that showed up 30 feet from our left about an hour ago. Underthrown ball, and he made a great play on it. He's just a great kid, and you win with great kids. We've had lots of talent. We've had lots of great kids. It's an incredible run we've been on, but you win with great kids, and Ryan's a great kid.
And the Lions will look to carry the momentum forward from last Sunday's road win when they battle the Ottawa Sooners here at Jacob Hespeler on Saturday night. Kickoff is at 7:30. Here is head coach Jackson Yonkis with his pregame thoughts.
Great competition. They had a tough week this week. They're going to come hard. I've seen a couple of their games already. Great athletes. They got us down there last year. They'll be ready to play, and they have awesome athletes that can hurt you, and you got to be accountable every weekend in this league, and who knows who'll have to step up next week, but at the end of the day, it's another good team. It's another great weekend to play football in this league, and we need another win. So they're going to come ready to play. Back at our place, we need a big home crowd, but certainly we proved we're worth the price of admission this week, so they're going to give us another great football game, and we need guys to step up again.
Time to check in with the Junior Varsity Lions, and they were also on the road in Burlington on Sunday afternoon battling the Stampeders. Here are the highlights from Nelson Stadium. The Lions defense with a good start. Con Gooder breaks through and he takes down Logan Belisario in the backfield. That's a 9-yard loss after a good tackle by Gooder. Later, Stampeders quarterback Isaiah Smith looking long, and how good is that catch by Ben Walker? He goes up and gets it. Burlington in the red zone trying to open the scoring, but things don't go as planned. The ball is on the turf. It's a fumble. Kyle Courts pounces on it and recovers for the Lions. The game was scoreless after the opening quarter to the second, and it's the Stampeders finding the end zone. Jack Dyer with a 5-yard run for the first touchdown of the game. The extra point was no good, so the Stamps with a 4-point advantage. It's 6-2. Later, the Lions with possession. Ethan Evely rolling to his left, and the pass is picked off by Andy Quinn. Burlington takes over possession near midfield, and they are looking to extend the lead before the half is over. But the Lions defense with other ideas. Riley Wiseman-Corkum having himself a day. That's a great tackle. Cambridge is trailing 6-2 at the break. First possession of the third quarter. Jack Dyer taking the handoff, and he goes up the middle for a big gain. The Stampeders running back galloping 30 yards down to the 11-yard line. Burlington in the red zone, and on the very next play, it's Dyer again. He caps off the drive, going 11 yards for the major. Dyer and the home side with a 10-point lead. It's 12-2 Stampeders. Still in the third, it's another huge run by Jack Dyer. He finds a lane, breaks a couple of tackles, and he gets the ball down to the 2-yard line. The Stampeders on the doorstep, but once again, Riley Wiseman-Corkum coming through for the Lions. He stuffs the run, and the Stamps come away with nothing. They turn it over on downs. Burlington is up 14-2 after 3. Early in the fourth, it's a handoff to Logan Belisario, and he scampers 18 yards to the house. The Stampeders starting to pull away. They have a 21-2 lead over the Lions. Cambridge now looking to strike. Ethan Evely with a deep ball. Spencer Speakman with the catch, and he is tripped up at the last second. Otherwise, he would have been off to the races. Jacob Lyon just getting a piece of Speakman's shoelace to stop a touchdown. But how good is this? Next play, Evely looking for Speakman again. He's got it, and this time Speakman is going to score. That's a 36-yard touchdown and a nice way to close out the game for the Lions. They end up falling by a final score of 21-10 to the Stampeders. Cambridge dropping to 1-4 this season. Here is Spencer Speakman after the game talking about his touchdown.
When I got tackled, I was kind of annoyed. So I thought I had it, and then I got tackled. And the next play, we just called the same play. And I just caught it again and ran for the touchdown.
Like that was there pretty much all game. We were trying to hit it for most of the game, and we weren't able to, you know, complete all the 12 guys on the field at the same time completing their jobs to get that done, right? And then it's too bad that it happens in the fourth quarter. You know, when the guys came off after that, I was like, guys, it's amazing what happens when our offense runs efficiently, right? We march down the field in 3 plays, right? So we just got to become more consistent, and then we'll be in great shape. But congrats to Spencer. That was a great couple catches right there, and you know, it's great for the team.
We came out a little slow, and that was the problem in the first half. But, you know, Spencer made that play, and I think the elevation just changed the game.
As you saw in the highlight package, Riley Wiseman-Corkum was one of the standout players in Week 6 for the Junior Varsity Lions. He was all over the field, causing problems for the Stampeders' offense. The grade 10 linebacker had 2 sacks, and his presence was felt with his speed and strong tackling. Wiseman-Corkum is playing his 2nd season with the Junior Varsity Lions. He works hard to develop each week and is a key piece for the Lions defense. Here is ERIK KREBS talking about Riley Wiseman-Corkum.
His mentality, you know, the difference from him in grade 9, you know, there was a couple of mentality things that he didn't figure out yet, and he comes back this year and he's ready to work. He doesn't talk in practice, he just grinds. He's an exceptional football player, and it's really exciting to see where he's going to go in the next couple of years.
It's great organization, really great coaches. I've loved the team feeling, you know. Coach always says, you know, we're all one, you know, we can't be separate. And I think that's really the key.
He's really aggressive. I know I go to school with him. I know he's always like a great guy. Just on the field, he's the beast. He always wants to help the team win.
The Lions have been hard at work this week preparing for another important game on Saturday. It's the Lions and Sooners kicking off at 4:30. Once again, here is ERIK KREBS.
Ottawa's obviously a really good team. I mean, they have 1 million something population for one football team. I mean, that's awesome. I'm jealous of them, right? So, but they also got a 5.5 hour drive. You know, they're coming into our house. I think that we play a little bit better at home than we do away. You know, and we're going to put our best athletes on the field, and we're going to try and win this football game.
Time now for our feature interview of the week here on the Lions Den, and we've talked a lot about the wide receivers and what they accomplished in the fourth quarter last week, and one of the big plays came from the man sitting right beside me, Drake Davis. It was 3rd and 16 there in the fourth quarter. What's your mindset on that play? Because without that first down, you probably don't know what's going to happen. It was just such an impressive play and a great throw as well.
You know, it's kind of set up with me and Mikey because he was in and we needed deep yardage, so we needed a deep route, right? But the seams, I was talking to Mikey, the seams are there the whole game. So, you know, I just went in thinking, me and Mikey, this is us right now. This is what we got to do because I don't want to lose this game. We need to make playoffs. That's the biggest goal, and then, you know, move on from there to a bigger one.
What does it say about the way that you guys came back in the fourth quarter? You're down 15-0. I know your spirits aren't dashed because it's football and anything can happen, especially in basically high school football is what we're playing here. Explain to me how you guys are able to sort of mentally stay focused, stay in the game, and come back and get the win.
Well, at first it was mostly Coach Jackson. He gave us a big, nice speech that, you know, brought all of our spirits up, and we were all excited to go back in. But then the first plays that were made from, you know, Ryan, and then big catches, big plays, big runs, big interception from Braden. But, you know, it's just the play after play that would bring our spirits up, and we would keep motivated because, oh, we can actually do this. We're in the game now. We can do this. You know, our defense played incredible the whole game, but after those plays, it was more of a, we can do this, so let's do it.
What were the emotions of the moment? Daniel George leaps, he comes down with it, 1:03 to go, and now the comeback is complete. What's the emotion in that moment, Drake?
It was a good one. You know, I'll just say that. I'm not too sure exactly, but it was a lot of excitement, a lot of screaming. You know, he deserved it. I I really think that, because in practice he kills it the whole day. He's out here doing just doing, you know, better than it, like as good as everyone else, if not some practice better than everyone else, because, you know, some people have up and downs in practices, but he really deserved that, and I'm glad that he got the opportunity, because I had faith that he was going to do something big as soon as he went in.
I want to talk a little bit about the Guelph Centennial connection that you've got here on the Lions. You're a member of the Spartans in District 10 football. Your starting quarterback, Daniel Brown, is on this team, and the other star receiver with the Spartans being Hadi El-Miari. Talk about the connection that the three of you have and how much you enjoy playing together here with the Lions, playing summer football.
Well, it's really great. It's awesome because, you know, at high school, during the fall, we always have a good time in the seasons, in the games, at practices. We're always goofing around, but, you know, keeping it limited, because we still want that win. This year it's coming. It's coming.
Are you making a prediction on the 519 camera for the Guelph Centennial Spartans?
I might be. But you know, being here is really good because earlier in me and Daniel's career, we were playing Guelph, and, you know, us moving to Cambridge was a big deal, and I decided to play JV. Like, my first year at JV was in Guelph with Hattie, and we all kind of just decided that Senior Varsity, Cambridge is where I wanted to be. We know what we all can do for a team, and, you know, what, like, skill sets we bring, and you know, it's just great being here, seeing these guys 2 times a night, you know, and on games and performing with them. It's honestly just one of the best things ever.
Last one for you. Size up the Ottawa Sooners on Saturday. It's the next important game of the season. You have a wonderful comeback last week. How do you build on that momentum? How do you carry that forward into this week? And obviously being here at Jacob Espler, being back at home will be a factor because they have a 5.5-hour bus ride to come down from the nation's capital. How do you view Saturday night's game?
Well, it's going to be a great game. You know, they're really good, and I think that we're pretty good. We're one of the better teams. You know, we just haven't been able to get our record up, but we have absolutely loads of talent on this team, and everybody here works hard in practice, and I think that's what's going to give us separation is practice, because we always give it 100%, do things that most people don't do in practice. Like, we're not out hitting each other, but we're always, like, focused in, dialed in, always paying attention when coach is talking, you know, be it special teams, be it offense, be it defensive install. We're always, everybody's in, everybody's giving effort, walk through. It's just all around 100%. We're dialed in. We want this win this weekend.
Thank you for the time, Drake. We appreciate it. Good luck on Saturday, and heck of a catch on 3rd and 16 there. Certainly a big moment.
Thank you.
And we also point out that he did make the prediction that the Guelph Centennial Spartans may win the D10 championship this year, but we'll focus on that in September. This segment of the Lions Den has been brought to you by Homewood Suites of Cambridge, Waterloo. Call now to find out more about their special sport rate offer at 519-651-2888. Another solid performance from the Bantam Lions in Week 6 as they picked up a 42-0 victory on the road over the Durham Dolphins on Saturday. With the victory, the Bantam Lions improving their record to 5 wins and 1 loss this season.
I think the kids played well. We knew what kind of Durham was this year, but you have to take care of your business. And the boys came up. First half, they really did their jobs, and it allowed everybody else to get into the game into the second half, right? So I was really proud of the group not overlooking Durham and looking to the next week of Ottawa, because Ottawa is a huge game, and anytime you ever overlook an opponent, they can always bite you in the tail.
The Bantam Lions getting it done on both sides of the ball, with the defense posting a shutout and the offense firing on all cylinders. This team putting up 42 points, a great effort for them on Saturday in Durham. Now, they've been able to get it done both on the ground and through the air, thanks in large part to the play of the Lions' offensive line. They have allowed just 2 sacks so far this season.
Hut! Go.
Meet the big boys up front for the Bantam Lions. They are a group of 4 second-year players and 1 first-year player who have been major difference makers this season. The Lions' offensive line is giving quarterback Miles Foote time and space to complete passes, and they have been instrumental creating holes for Jesse Jansen, Keaton Gert, and Isaiah Party to move the ball on the ground. All 5 players say they are a tight-knit group, and it's been a fun season so far, contributing to the Lions' success.
I definitely think we're like brothers, right? So we're really good at communicating and knowing what's happening out in the line out there. And they're all tough guys, big guys, and we know what we're doing.
To be honest, we are huge. Like, we're hitting at every whistle. I mean, if I were the defensive line, I'd be scared of us.
Our whole line here, we have a lot of experience. Our coach, Coach Justin, he played on. He was with the Waterloo University, and he's a really good coach. He works us hard at practice.
I think all of us are on the same page, and we're getting our blocks down. So the quarterback has enough time to get the ball off. So I think that we have a pretty good coach to guide us.
I think it's coaching and technique. Like Coach Schonecker, he really, when we're doing our drills, we're mostly just doing like side steps and stuff and just trying to get our feet right.
A huge game on Saturday with the Lions hosting the unbeaten Sooners starting at 2 o'clock. Ottawa is 5-0 this season, and this game could determine who has home field advantage in the East Division final. Here is head coach Stephen Paul with his pregame thoughts.
It's a huge game for us. Both teams are in the East. Ottawa comes in at 5-0, allowing only, I think, 18 points in the season. So great defense. They've scored, I think, 242 points. So a huge offensive threat. So we're going to have to play our best game. We're coming in at 5-1. They're 5-0. Whoever wins this game pretty much locks up home field advantage for the playoffs.
And that will wrap up another edition of the Lions Den. We hope to see you out here on Saturday for what should be a terrific day full of football at Jacob Hespler. Once again, here is the schedule for Saturday's festivities. It all gets rolling at 2 o'clock, and what a matchup it should be. The Cambridge Bantam Lions coming in with a record of 5-1, facing the unbeaten Sooners, who hit the field with a 5-0 record. The Junior Varsity game kicks off at 4:30, and it's the Senior Varsity Lions battling Ottawa starting at 7:30. The Lions going for back-to-back wins after that impressive come-from-behind victory last Sunday in Burlington. All 3 games against the Ottawa Sooners here at Jacob Hespler. Should be a fantastic day of football, as always, here at the Jake. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you taking the time to join us here on the Lions Den. My name is Darren Stevenson, and we will see you next time here on 519 Sports Online. For more highlights, visit our website, 519sportsonline.ca. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.